Mm. Tin 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 tin. Wrong password. Okay. Hi, Banyan Super. Okay, thank you. You like my dress? Ching 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 ching. E e. My name. My name. I don't have a name. My name is Top Secret. My name is Top Secret. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ding ding. Who wants to learn nuke? Nuke, 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 nuke. Ching, 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 ching. Yes, sir, Yasi. Yes, sir, Yasi. Nice to meet you. Mm, the curve editor. Jingle bing, jingle bing. Exercise files. Uh,
Nuke has an amazing variety of different methods for adjusting the parameters of a node. Each method is designed to optimize your productivity under different circumstances. Let's take a look. First, I'm going to double click on the transform node in order to open up its property panel in the property bin. Now the transform node is one of many nodes that have on-screen controls. Here's the on-screen control jack. You can use this to edit the parameters of the node instead of typing into the fields or moving the sliders. So it's all on-screen and interactive. If I wish to move the on-screen control jack, the pivot point, hold down the Command or Control key, click and drag. Notice that as I move the cursor inside the ring, the cursor changes to this plus shape. If I move it to the ring here, the scale ring, I get this X. And if I move it out here to the rotate bar, I get that partial arc. Those are your visual. Keyframing is used to animate the node parameters over time. You set the values you want on keyframe.
One oh nine, 109, 109, 109. Hey, 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 109 per name. Buka sudah. Awa. Look at my earrings.
smoothly between them. Let's start by double-clicking on the Transform node to open up the Transform property panel. By default, all the parameters are set for constant. For example, if I set scale here to 0.5, and if I move the playhead, the scale value is held constant over the whole clip. I'm going to set the playhead back to frame 1. Now, if I want to set keyframes, I can go up to the scale parameter, for example, and right mouse pop-up, set key, and I get the bright blue data field. If I want to set it for both of these parameters, I can go to the animation menu and set key. Notice that I got these bright blue fields. If I move the playhead off of that keyframe, they turn a light blue, which means this parameter is animated, but you're not. For example, a right mouse pop-up, set key blue fields. If I move the data field, if I want to set it for both of these parameters, I can go to the animation menu and set key. Notice that I got these bright blue fields. If I move the playhead off of that keyframe, they turn a light blue, which means this parameter is animated, but you're not on a keyframe. So back to the keyframe, bright blue, and again the gray is constant. So you got 3 colors to remember. So let's put in a couple of keyframes. Remember the playhead is on frame 1. So I'll put this guy up here on frame 1. I'll jump to the last frame, bring him down here, and I'll put the scale value back to 1. Now if I scrub the playhead, I have interpolated animation for both the translation and the scale values. So let's see how to insert keyframes. I'll move the playhead to, let's say, frame 25. Now notice that my parameters are a light blue. But if I move the on-screen control jack, they all turn bright blue, meaning I've just put in a keyframe for all 3 of those. I can move the playhead to frame 50, for example, and now I'm just going to change the scale value, and he turns bright blue. The others are light blue. So I've just introduced a keyframe on the scale value only. So I'll move the playhead to frame 75, do another change to my on-screen control jack, and introduce keyframes on all 3 parameters. Notice that I have these blue tick marks on the timeline, and now the jump backwards to the previous and jump forward to the next keyframe button can be used. If I want to edit my keyframes, the first thing I do is make certain that I'm on the keyframe in question. I can then either come up to the data and edit it myself, or I can use the on-screen control jack. If I wish to delete a keyframe, again, make sure you're on the keyframe in question, and let's say that I wish to delete the scale values. Let me fold them back up, and I'll say delete key. And now the keyframe for the scale is gone, but the translate X and Y is still there. Now I have these on-screen controls from the Transform property panel, but if I close it up or hide it, the on-screen controls go away and the blue tick marks on the timeline go away as well. Let's look at another case. I'm going to open up my color correct node. So let's say at the beginning of this clip, I'd like to have a little depth haze. So I'm going to simulate that with a drop in the contrast here. There we go. And of course, that's a constant, so the contrast is unaffected over the length of the shot. But I'll do a right mouse pop-up set key, and I'll jump to the last frame and set that to 1. And now I have animated a depth haze over the length of the shot. We've seen how to edit keyframe data, but if you want to change the timing of the keyframes, you'll need to use the dope sheet, the subject of our next video.
Uh, uh, Ting, 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 ting. Music. How to play? No. How to not get copyrighted on YouTube live for playing music. You can license copyrighted content for use in your live stream by containing the copyrighted holder and negotiating a license agreement or by using music provided by the public music library. How to play music on YouTube without copyright? If you have licensed third-party content, you can use in your live stream. Okay, how not to get copyrighted on YouTube music? Create a cover that is transformative. Use the YouTube search feature covering. Batman. YouTube. Uh, uh, uh. Skip, skip, skip. No, 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 skip. Hey, boca. No, it's fine. YouTube, YouTube, YouTube. Play copyright free music. Radio.
Can't let you go. There's no way. I'm already so still burning. So hold on me close. Now, baby, I do what I'm told. Still learning to take my chances, to take my time, to keep on dancing, to walk that line. Yeah, you got me shifting the paradigm. No longer wishing, wishing. You're my lucky से आप भी फेड अप? नो वरीज, मिल्क बास्केट है ना. I can't see the issue. Can't believe me, I need to keep myself in line. But I don't need to kiss you. Hey, we can make it tonight. Baby, that's just fine. Don't know what I'm doing. Feel like I am going crazy. Keep it down. You look good, you know it. I can tell you're soaking up all of it now. Hey, hey, listen to what I say. Let's get to it and we won't tell nobody. Yeah, we won't tell nobody. And hey, hey, listen to what I say. Let's get to it and we won't tell nobody. Yeah, we won't tell nobody. We won't tell nobody. Yeah, we won't tell nobody. I can't fight this feeling when you give me the signs. Yeah, baby, you control me, and I need to find your loving, baby. Baby, you on my mind, and I'll give you my body. Don't know what I'm doing. Feel like I am going crazy. Keep it down. Keep it down. You look good, you know it. I can tell you're soaking up all of it now. Hey, hey, hey. I say, let's get to it and we won't tell nobody. Yeah, we won't tell nobody. And hey, listen, I say, let's get to it and we won't tell nobody. Yeah, we won't tell nobody. We won't tell nobody. Yeah, we won't tell nobody. We won't tell nobody. Yeah, we won't tell nobody. Hey, listen to what I say. We won't tell nobody. Yeah, we won't tell nobody. Hey, listen to what I say. Let's get to it and we won't tell nobody. Yeah, we won't tell nobody. Hey, listen to what I say. Let's get to it and we won't tell nobody. Yeah, we won't tell nobody. We touch, we break, make it seem like we feel the same. We love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't water what doesn't grow. Give up, let it go. But we fell apart just in time. You said at least it was worth the try. At least it was worth the try. At least it was worth the try. Are you drying from your place? Kiss your lips, but I hate the taste. No fun in this game. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you. So what, you stupid and you know there's nothing wrong. You got a whole lot of meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you. Something fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you. Something fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you. Shining on a cloudy day, and it don't matter what you say. Cause even if the sky is falling, I'ma do it anyway. So save your worries, slide your loving. I can't fit.
Keyframing is used to animate the Nuke's Viewer is incredibly powerful and obviously an essential tool for viewing your visual effects. In this video, we'll survey the viewer's awesome capabilities. But let's start with the viewer node itself. Now, the viewer node can be connected to any node in your tree. So if I hook it up here, I'm going to see the read node for the jet. Over here is the read node for the background. And of course, down there is my composite at the merge node. Now, the viewer can have up to 10 inputs, and we can do that by the numbers. You see this little number 1 right here? Okay, so I can select this 3. Then a new feature is you can select your viewer. First of all, to pan, Alt, left mouse button, and drag. Very nice. To zoom, Alt middle mouse button and then drag. Left and right. Okay. You can also zoom with the thumb wheel. Now, the interesting thing about the thumb wheel is if I click on a spot with my cursor and minus keys on the keyboard. So on the keyboard, plus, 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 minus, minus, minus. I'll rehome the viewer. Now, when you're doing these zooms, here I'll go plus, plus, you'll notice up here, looking up in this area here, move my view. This window here, 100%, 100%, and more helpfully, and 2 will give me 200% doing that, and you will want to. Alt 2 will give me 50%, like that. Now I've been homing the viewer for you here, and there are actually 2 keys for doing that, and you will want to remember these 2 keys. First of all is the H key. That means to home the viewer, center it in the screen, but watch this, as I change the viewer size, you see it's constantly fitting itself to whatever size the window is, and it's doing a floating point zoom. These numbers right here are floating point. The other key is the F key. The F key will also center and zoom the viewer, but if I move the viewer size now, it's going to jump in integer sizes like that. See that? Okay, that's because sometimes you want your zoom to be an integer-based zoom, exactly 200% or exactly 100%. Other times you don't care, so you got 2 different keys for each situation. Okay, let's take a look. I'm going to do the H key to home the viewer so that we can take a look at some of the action down here on this window below the viewer. That window holds information about the image. On the left side over here is size information, and over here on the right is color information. Okay, let's take a look at the top row of controls up here above the viewer. Starting at the left, these have to do with your layers and channels. We'll look at these red. You can see something G viewer. Okay, now notice that as I move the size of my viewer window, some icons are appearing and disappearing, okay? So I want to show you these guys now. So if you've got your viewer scrunched down, they'll be gone. So just pull them out until you see them appear. Okay, the first one is your title save, so you can turn that on, or action save. You can have them both on if you want. Nuke's viewer is incredibly powerful, and I can then the key it'll hook at the left and right spot with my cursor, click board. You'll notice up here, let's what plus key percent plus that look wheel. Now the interesting thing about the thumb wheel is if I click on a spot with my cursor, click. Now when I thumb wheel, it will zoom in on that location right there. You can also do an integer zoom with the plus and minus keys on the keyboard. So on the keyboard, plus, 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 minus, minus, minus. I'll rehome the viewer. Now, when you're doing these zooms, here I'll go plus, plus, you'll notice up here, looking up in this area here, move my viewer wider, because as you collapse the viewer, you lose some of those icons up there. So let's widen this up, and I want to show you this guy right here. This window here reports your current zoom level. So by using the plus key, watch that number, plus, plus, okay, 300, minus key, or, and more helpful, command 2 will give me 200%, alt 2 will give me 50%, like that. Now I've been homing the viewer for you here, and there are actually 2 keys for doing that, and you will want to remember these 2 keys.
Feel that good things coming. Finally believe that it's gonna be a bright one here. nothing wrong on the horizon, but I'm always in my own head. Yeah, I was getting tired of trying, forgetting every word that I said, and all those old conversations turned into a melody. I'll be waiting for autumn days ahead of me. Those words have put me under, I'm never coming back again. I like my beat with some soul, I like my girl with some heart. I only love with my whole, I don't know how to give part. I don't know how we gon' finish, but I love how we done start. So let's take a night to just be who we are. So I ain't got the time or the energy, unless it's towards a goal or a memory, to be doing things that I don't really love. Only light I had was coming from the sun, but now I'm shining on a cloudy day. And it don't matter what you say, 'cause even if the sky is falling, I'ma do it anyway. So save your worries, slide your loving. I can feel that good things coming. Finally believe that it's gonna be a bright one here. Every day I gotta light one, yeah. Never not that it a tight one, yeah. No, I keep it 100 every time I come in trouble. No, we coming with the right ones, yeah. 35 can't play, get a bag on ya. Never with games, put a tag on ya. I ain't getting lit cause my future too bright. Shorty hit me up, I said that she's on site. No, it's too nice. No ops, no lights, new heights that we never hit before, and I'm feeling too right. Gotta roll like a roll down. Major difference is the platinum and the gold songs. Whoa, oh, you already know. I can make your life a push star, press go. Say we're off to a good start, let's smoke. Blew the brains off the coupe, baby, it's blowing. Shining on a cloudy day, and it don't matter what you say. 'Cause even if the sky is falling, I'ma do it anyway. So save your worries, slide your loving. I can feel that good things coming. Finally believe that it's gonna be a bright one here. Everybody come out here, everybody come out. Come here, we're gonna sing together. Hey. Shining on a cloudy day, and it don't matter what you say. 'Cause even if the world is ending, I'ma do it anyway. So save your worries, slide your loving. I can feel that good things coming. Finally believe that it's gonna be a bright one here.
Listen, paying $4.99 a month for a streaming app and $119 a month for a music app and